Welcome, student. In the last lecture, I have discussed the friction on horizontal plane, and today our topic of engineering mechanics is friction on inclined plane. It may be the plane is inclined. Let's consider this is an inclined plane and a rigid body. Let's consider the mobile is the rigid body or the block. This block is placed on this plane, inclined plane, and for a certain value of this angle theta, inclination of this angle is theta, inclined plane, inclined at theta angle with the horizontal plane. Now for a certain value, when you are going to increase for a certain value, it will fall down. So what is that angle, or up to what it will maintain a static equilibrium, or at what acceleration it is moving, that may we have to find out here. On the other hand, another thing we are going to discuss, that is ladder friction. So in the ladder friction, what we are going to do is, let's consider the ladder itself is inclined, placed on in between the horizontal plane and a vertical plane, placed it is fixed. Now if we consider there is an angle with the horizontal angle between the ladder and the horizontal, a theta. Now depending on the theta, theta is varying now, and depending on the variation of theta, it is in equilibrium. Now it is static equilibrium, but now it is moving, means not in equilibrium. So we have to find out for what angle the ladder is in equilibrium. Maybe a man. Let's consider the man. Man is riding on the ladder. So for what position or for what weight and position the ladder is in equilibrium. So all that we are going to discuss, find out and calculate here. So please follow the lectures. It is the problem of inclined friction. Here a block B is placed on an inclined plane for which inclination is 60 degrees. Now we have to calculate what should be the downward acceleration of this block in this situation. We know that for this inclined plane there is a certain angle of this inclination, so that it will remain in static condition. But if the angle is more than that, then it will fall down. Means a resultant force will work on the block, and as a resultant force is working on the block, so under the action of this force it will get accelerated as per Newton's second law. So let draw the free body diagram. It is moving downward along the plane. So friction is opposite to that. We are going to draw the free body diagram of the block. So number of contact surface 1, so friction force is 1, and reaction is also 1. And normal reaction given by the plane to the block. So direction of this normal reaction, we know it is perpendicular to the contact plane, perpendicular to this plane, and from the plane to the block. So this is the direction. And WB, weight of the block, working downward. Now resolve the forces. Let's consider this is the along the plane, it is the x direction, and perpendicular to the plane is the y direction. Now resolve the forces in this direction. Instead of this considering along the plane it is the x and perpendicular to the plane it is the y, we also can assume here horizontal is the x and vertical is the y. If we choose horizontal is the x direction and vertical is the y direction, now see, out of these three forces we have to resolve these two forces F and N. But here if we assume x is along the plane and y is perpendicular to this plane, then we have to resolve only WP. So that is comparatively easier to calculate, and that's why we have considered here along the plane of inclination it is the x direction and perpendicular to that is the y direction. Now resolve. This angle is 60 degree, means here it is the 60 degree. So this is 60 minus the 90 minus 60. So this is equals to 60. The WB has two components, WB cos 60 here and WB sin 60. Now use the condition of static equilibrium. But remember that in x direction, means along the plane of the rigid body, it is not static. But in y direction, means in perpendicular to the plane, there is no movement of the block. Perpendicular to the plane, I repeat, perpendicular to the plane, there is no movement. Means condition of static equilibrium holds good for y direction only. In x direction, there is acceleration, and that's why condition of static equilibrium does not hold good. Rather, there is condition of dynamic equilibrium. Now, first we are applying condition of static equilibrium. As in y direction, no no acceleration is there. It is always in contact with the inclined plane, means in the y direction, means perpendicular direction, there is no acceleration. So a summation of Fy is 0. Now what's the forces? N in this direction, WB is opposite to that. WB cos 60, this is opposite to this. So this is equals to mass. WB is M into G. So from here we can calculate the value of normal reaction. And here summation of Fx0. It is not 0. Why? Already I have told you, because in x direction it is not static, it is moving. So summation of Fx not equals to 0, rather summation of Fx resultant force equals to mass into acceleration as per Newton's law. Here only one acceleration is there, so we need not write Ax, rather we writing here A, acceleration A. So what's the summation of all the forces? Summation of forces are WB sin 60 and in opposite direction F minus mu Kn. Here it is not mu S. It is in kinematic condition, moving condition. So this coefficient of dynamic friction. It is the coefficient of dynamic friction. F equals to coefficient of dynamic friction into N. Substitute this value of N here, and substituting that we are getting A equals to this. So finally, the block is moving and with an acceleration A equals to 7.66 meter per second. Here it should be noted that sometimes for dynamic equation we will consider this is MAX is the inertia force. To write down dynamic equilibrium equation, condition of applying the condition of dynamic equilibrium, We will consider inertia is another force working here in the free body diagram, which is opposite to the direction of acceleration. As it is moving down on the plane, so inertia force is up along the plane. Means in that case, inertia force direction is same as F. So F and this inertia force in the same direction and opposite is W. So we can go through this on this any method, summation of Fx0 or this method. And we are getting this value A equals to 7.66 meter per second. It should be second square. Right. Our next topic is ladder friction. The ladder is very familiar to us. It is supported by two planes. One is the vertical wall, other is the floor. And from our experience, we know that the ladder need not necessarily always in equilibrium. For a certain value of theta only, it is in equilibrium. Otherwise, it will fall down. And how many contact plane are there? There is two contact plane, the wall and the floor. So there may be maximum two number of normal reaction and two friction. Now let's consider some of the situation based on whether these contact surfaces are frictionless or with friction. Practically all the surface there is a friction, but ideally we can skip and assume that for some low value of friction it is frictionless. Let's consider the first condition: horizontal floor is smooth. This is smooth plane, there's no friction is there. I like to recapitulate you that the normal reaction never depends on the friction. Whether friction is there or not, normal reaction is there. If there is a contact surface, then there will be a normal reaction. So normal reaction is there. Na, which is perpendicular to this contact plane, and Nb is perpendicular to this contact plane. And both is given by the wall. So wall to ladder, here float to ladder. Float to ladder, this is the direction. And this is the WL is the weight of the ladder working at the center. If it is the uniform cross section ladder, it will work on the center, at the middle of the ladder. And for a certain situation, let's consider theta is the angle of inclination of the ladder. Now, as the floor is smooth and the wall is also smooth, so there is no frictional force. As no frictional force is there, so finally we can let's write down the condition of static equilibrium to check whether it is static or not. See, summation of Fx. How many forces? Na only. And we know Na is not equals to 0. No any other force, no any balancing force in x direction. So summation of Fx, which is equals to Na, is not equals to 0. Means it is not in equilibrium. In x direction, it is not in equilibrium. And Fy in y direction, Wl and Nb. In y direction, maybe depending on the value of the load of the ladder, Nb may be equal to Wl, and in that case y direction there may not be a displacement. So overall, it does not satisfy the condition of static equilibrium, because we know the condition of static equilibrium is summation of Fx0, summation of Fy0, and summation of moment is also 0. If all these three conditions at a time satisfied by the body, then only it is in static equilibrium. But this summation of effects not equals to 0 here for both the plane smooth. So it never will reach to static equilibrium. Whatever may be the value of theta, means irrespective of value of theta, it is always dynamic, means the ladder will not be supported like this. It will fall down and lie on the floor. Now another condition, the horizontal floor is frictionless, whereas the vertical floor is not frictionless. There is a friction. Normal tendency of sliding of the ladder, definitely this end A will move down and B is moving left. So as this end A tends to move down, so friction is upward. And there is no friction as per our assumption. Now let's write down the condition of static equilibrium. Again, summation of Fx equals to Na, and no other balancing force is there. And Na is not definitely 0. It is normal reaction. But Fy, it may or may not be 0. But overall, it does not satisfy the condition of static equilibrium. So again, it will not reach the condition of static equilibrium unless theta is 0, means it is lying on the floor. For any other value, for horizontal smooth means a smooth floor, it will not remain static. Our third condition is the floor is with friction, but the wall is frictionless. No friction is there. B end is moving, tends to move right, so friction is opposite to that. Now write down the condition of static equilibrium, summation of Fx 0. So now you notice there is a balancing force Na and in Fb is opposite. See, it may be 0. That depends on the other conditions, depends on the value of theta. And Fy, there is also a balancing for Nb and Wl, opposite. So, if vertical wall is friction with friction and floor is frictionless, then it never will reach to static equilibrium. But if the floor is with friction, then whether there is friction or not in the vertical wall, it may reach to static equilibrium. Now the practical case means where in both the surface wall and the floor, in both the cases there is friction. It is the actual case. So this friction upward and this end tends to move and this friction. So under the action of these forces, it is in this condition. Now depending on the value of theta, it may reach to static equilibrium condition. And easily we can write down the condition of static equilibrium, and from here we are getting that for all the forces there is a balancing force that may or may not be equal depending on the value of theta. So these are the 4 conditions of ladders. Now we'll try to solve a numerical on the ladder. Let's consider a man standing on this end of the ladder. The friction force between the friction coefficient between this ladder and the wall and ladder and point B means the floor is given. You have to find out theta. As already I have told you,
though both is friction, now whether it is static equilibrium or not, that depends on theta and the other forces working on it. So it may or may not be static equilibrium. So we have to find out for what value of theta it is in static equilibrium. For that, we have to draw the free body diagram. So what's the free body diagram? A man is standing there, so it is the weight of man, it is the weight of ladder which is acting at the center, means at a distance of L by 2, where total length of the ladder is L. Now see, coefficient of friction is given. So Fa is known, if Na is known. But Na, Nv and theta, these three unknown is there. So we need three equations to solve this problem. First, the source of our equation, we know that is it is it satisfies the condition of static equilibrium. So the equation is Fa summation of Fx0 summation of y0 summation of Fy0. That already we have used in several problems. But in addition to these two, other equation summation of Ma or M0 summation of moment 0 is also required, because as three unknown Na, Nb and theta. So we need three equations. Let's proceed. Apply the condition of static equilibrium, summation of Fy0. So what's the y direction, means vertical direction, what are the forces? Fa upward, Nb upward, upward, upward. Wl and Wm both is downward. This is the equation. Now write down Fa equals to mu Na and simplify. Then you are getting from this equation, you are getting value of Nb equals to this. You know from the horizontal direction Na equals to in horizontal direction only one force is there, means in x direction only Na and Fb is there. So Na equals to Fb. So substitute this Na in terms of Fb. Now only in this equation Nb is unknown. So simplify it and get this equation. Substitute the value and we are getting the value of Nb. Was to 73.9 kg. So solving this equation, we are getting the value of Na and Nb. But still, we have not got theta. And in this equation, in these two equations, there is no theta. To find out the theta, we have to go through the moment equation. Draw this figure. Now, again, draw this figure. And take the moment. Moment about which point? Here we have I have considered moment about point B. But not necessarily that you have to consider point B. You also can take the moment about this A point or any other point. Any other point there, then the equation will be complex, because to find out the moment we need the force as well as the distance of the force from the constant point. Here the constant point is our B. So from B, all the forces distance is known. And in previous classes, I have told you, again, I want to recapitulate you, so how to find out the moment of a force. Moment of a force is, the magnitude is mass into perpendicular distance. Distance between the force and axis of rotation. Here, we are considering point B, means the ladder can rotate about point B under the action of the force. So at B, the axis is there. So from the B, all the distance should be measured. And when, say, we are considering force NA, then we will forget rest of the force. Only we will consider only NA force is there. Under the action of NA force, the ladder can rotate about point B. I repeat, under the action of NA, the ladder can rotate about point B. Now what's the direction? Under the NA, about A means simply it is a clockwise direction rotation if no other force is there. So it is clockwise. Let us assume this clockwise direction, this moment is positive. Now what's the magnitude? NA into perpendicular distance. Perpendicular distance between NA and point B. So how you can find out? Extend the line of action of NA. I repeat, extend the line of action of NA. Then draw the perpendicular from B to NA. B to NA, this equals to this, which is equals to, as it is the L, so, and this is the theta, so it is L sin theta. It is theta only, it is not 6, it is a mistake, it is not 6, L theta, L sin theta. And direction clockwise, we have assumed that clockwise direction rotation is positive moment here. Now FA, what is FA? This. Again, forget all the other forces, and the ladder can rotate under the action of, the ladder is pinned at point B, and under the action of this point A, FA, it can rotate. Then what will be the direction of rotation? Definitely clockwise, like NA. So this moment is again positive. Then what's the magnitude? FA into distance. So FA into distance. What is the distance? Perpendicular distance. To find out the perpendicular distance, always you will extend the line of action of the force, like this, and then draw the perpendicular from this point. So this is the distance, L cos. So FA into L cos theta. Then what are the other force? Wm. Under the action of this force, it tends to move anti-clockwise rotation. So it is negative. Magnitude Wm into distance. Again, extend the line of action and draw the perpendicular from the point. So L cos theta. So Wm L cos theta. It is negative as it is the anti-clockwise direction rotation. And same is true for WL. But here the distance is not L cos theta, rather here this is the L by 2, so L by 2 cos theta. L by 2 cos theta. Direction anti-clockwise. More two forces are there, NB and FB. Both is passing through the point B, means no distance of FB and NB force from point B. So we are neglecting. No distance means no moment. So this is the moment equation. Now, we have to solve this equation. Simplify it. Simplifying that, we are getting this equation. And already you have got the value of all this from previous equation. Substitute the value. Wm, Wl, that is given. Mu A is given. And Na, that we have calculated. So substitute and get. So our answer is, if the value of theta is 61.8 degree or more than that, then only it is in a static condition, static equilibrium. So this is all about our ladder friction. The references that I have used to prepare this video lecture is given here.
Okay, student, this is all about the chapter fiction. We have completed this chapter, and in the next lecture, means in 17th lecture, we are going to introduce a new topic: kinematics of rigid body. Thank you for your patience and listening the lecture, and I will expect you will also follow and respond the subsequent lectures. Thank you.